So today we're going to go over a little bit of a trick, a little bit of a sleight of hand maneuver. I'm actually going to call attention to a control that I've already taught on the channel, but I think people have kind of overlooked, and I should start doing that from now on, looking at my old videos and realizing the absolute massive gold that I dropped and drawing attention these older videos that I think newer fans have kind of let wash away, much like tears in the rain after your father said, the joke is he didn't say shit because he was gone. You heard that, Dad? Never returning from the mosque ass bitch. But that's beside my point. We're going to go over a little bit of a sleight of hand control as well as a little bit of a color change, if you want to call it. So let's just get into the video. So you're going to grab your favorite deck of Bin Wang playing cards and give them a mix to show everybody that you've never seen a pussy. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a card picked by our participant. In this case, it's going to be the 10 of hearts. This card is going to go in the middle of the deck, and actually we're going to cut it deeper into the deck just like this and make sure that that card is controlled to the middle of the deck. It's controlled in the middle. You're not holding any dirty breaks. You don't have any sort of these magician tactics that you use because you refuse to be like them. But you ask the spectator if the bottom card, which happens to be the King of Spades, happens to be their card. Of course, they're going to say no. So you go, wait, I forgot. You got to do this. See what that does? That brings your card to the bottom. That brings your card to the bottom. Didn't see that coming, did you, huh? Didn't see that coming, huh, buddy? Huh? You know what else you're not going to see coming? A GMC, all right? A GMC Acadia that's going to go through the intersection and run the stop sign. Bet you didn't see that coming either. So this is a nice little bit of a variant of a trick from Ed Marlowe called Oops, I Forgot. Now, Marlowe used a cop. I'm using a little bit of a different sleight of hand maneuver here. Little bit of a different sleight of hand maneuver. You might have seen something similar that I taught on Patreon, but I added a different control in that. Oh, what? Huh? You're not familiar with the Pigcake Card Academy? $5 a month gets you 2 videos a week, every single week, going over card stuff, coin stuff. You got a lot there. 400 videos already. I think 500 videos. You know what? I think 600 videos. Almost there. 2 videos a week. Oh boy. Wow. That sounds like a lot of content. You betcha. You betcha. So here's the actual control that I put on YouTube a while ago that I think more people should be doing. It's a very simple control, and it just involves essentially a giant bluff, because what we're doing is we get a pinky break above the card that is on the bottom of the deck. So we just put our dirty little pinkies there. You see that? It's our dirty little pinky. So now you're going to have a card picked. In this case, let's say that card happens to be the 9 of spades. And you're going to put that card approximately in the middle of the deck, but you're going to in-jog it towards yourself. In-jog is just a virgin speak for having the card stick out towards you and not towards them. That would be an out-jog. We do this to try to get closer to them without them realizing it, so we can have a little bit of sexual tension, you know what I mean? Because we lack it in other parts of our life. So this is really the only way that we garner that. So what's going to happen is you're going to press down on this card. Remember, you have a pinky break here. You're going to press down on this card and press that card all the way in, which is going to actually, if you haven't realized it, give you a thumb break. So by pressing that card all the way into the deck, I now have a thumb break. But here's the thing. When I press that card in, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep moving forward and lift up, leaving all the cards underneath my thumb break in my hand. So right now, this is the situation that I have. Now, right now, if I actually bring this half right here and bring it over on top of the deck to apparently make this card or put this card in a different position and show the spectator, they think this is their card. It's not their card. We're lying to them. Let's go over this one more time. Let's assume that the card that we're going to control, for the sake of explanation, is going to be the 6 of spades, and we're going to keep it face up. So remember, we have a pinky break. We're going to insert this card in the middle of the deck, just like that. We're going to press down as we push that card in and push the entire deck forward, keeping this card in-jogged here at the back. This is the original bottom card. Now I'm going to lift up at the break. You notice what's going to happen there. And you are going to cut this half in your left hand to the top of the deck. So right now they think that this is their card. Really, their card is on top of the deck. Oh boy, what tremendous heat we have here. So that card is going to get squared up in the middle of the deck, and guess what? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because their card is on top. Now, if we want to control the card to the bottom, it's going to be a very similar technique. So in this case, all we're going to do, we're going to get a pinky break above the bottom card, much like before. we're going to take the card, and instead of pressing down, we're actually going to press up. So in pressing up, that break is actually going to be below the card now. So we're going to do the exact same technique. We're going to cut this left-handed half to the top. We're going to square this card in very fairly in front of the spectator, and now their card is actually on the bottom. Because I know some of you happen to be from Central America, I'm going to do this very slowly one more time. Okay, here we go. From this angle, this card gets inserted in the middle of the deck. I'm going to press down with my thumb. You guys know what a thumb is? Good. It's that thing that your grandma puts in soups. So we're going to press down. We're going to keep pressing until we get a break with our thumb. And we're going to keep pushing the deck forward. At this point, I'm going to deposit all the cards right there below the break and lift up this half into my right hand. Now I'm going to take these halves in my left hand and bring it on top of the cards in my right hand. This is the in-jog card they assume to be their card. It's not. It's a random card. You insert and you put that card very fairly in the middle of the deck. And guess what? Their card is on top of the deck and they don't know it. So with the spectator's card, if you haven't figured it out, we're going to get it and we're going to control it to the bottom of the deck. So in this case, I'm going to lift up, I'm going to keep pushing forward, and I'm going to cut these cards to make sure that the in jog is now towards my body. And instead of having the card on top, we're going to control it to the bottom of the deck. So that card gets pushed in. And at this point, we're going to do this little bit of a move, this little bit of a hot color change, if you want to call it that. But really, it's a Kelly move. It's a Kelly bottom replacement style move that allows us to hide that bottom card with this little dirty hand. So the way that works, we're going to hold the deck in middle grip in the right hand, and I'm going to use my ring finger and my middle finger to press and separate that card from the rest of the deck. So as I'm pressing, that card is actually getting separated from the rest of the deck. Now if I keep moving my thumb up, you're going to notice that that card is now pretty much parallel to the floor. Now if you just did this out in the open, they're going to say, hey, you're retarded. So you're going to make sure that you're going to bring your dirty little left hand to cover the action of that bottom card and ask them if the bottom card of the deck is their card. In this case, they're going to say no, and you go, oops, I forgot. You're going to reverse the actions. So in this case, you're going to bring this half back down, squaring up the card, and go, you got to do this first. This is the magic move. And now your card comes to the bottom of the deck. And of course, they're going to be astonished. So one more time, all I'm doing is pressing and separating that bottom card by having my middle finger and my ring finger press down and squeeze together. So that card is going to be separated from the rest of the deck, as my hand is here to obscure that card in the bottom from showing. So at speed, it just looks like this. That's all it looks like at speed. If I want to reverse the actions, it just looks like that. And now I could show the card on the bottom of the deck. So all in all, you have a nice little bit of a way of getting a card that they pick, control to the bottom of the deck, and then you could subsequently show the bottom card of the deck. And guess what? Fool them, because you got them. That's the point of magic, right? It's to fool them. It's to make them feel insignificant and like peons, because you want to pee on them. You want to get them into your fetish. So that's a little bit of a trick. It's definitely a hard one. It requires somewhat advanced sleight of hand. I do recommend checking out the Pigcake Magic Academy. As I've mentioned before, it helps me out, helps you out, helps everybody out. But it's definitely a trick that's going to require some practice. But it's well within the reach of your level 27 virginity. So leave what level you are in the comments below. And as always, remember to brush your feet.